first thing we do is when we start acquisitions and we do an M&A is we evaluate the people we're going to be in business with, because we don't just buy companies, we don't just partner with people. We like to think about this as an ongoing relationship, and we're going to actually learn from the business that has been built, as opposed to coming in right away and saying, this is how we should do it.
When I think about acquisitions, we have a set of criteria we call the sweet spot, and we make sure that when we're lining up our business versus their business, that it hits the majority of those elements in the sweet spot. How do you serve your clients, and how do you serve the people who are serving our clients?
We genuinely approach every acquisition with wanting to know and understand what that secret sauce is, what makes that company special, because we don't ever want to lose sight of that. That's why we're having the conversation.
I founded my management company back in 2005, and in 2012 I had the opportunity to go through an acquisition process and sell the company. I'm in a unique position that I've been a founder and have been through the M&A and acquisition process myself, and I take very, very seriously the commitments that a founder makes as they're building their business to their clients, to their team, their employees. I find it my role to be one of making sure that our promises through the integration and acquisition process are kept and maintained. One great example of an acquisition was the Cardinal Management Group in Virginia. That was a team that has successfully grown that business for nearly 40 years when we acquired them. But the opportunities that were created for them after acquisition was far beyond anything that they could have done before being partnered with RealManage.
The leadership team at RealManage and the acquisition team has been so receptive to listening and learning and really understanding what made Cardinal special. That was really respected and valued.
For us, the integration has been fantastic. The resources that we have now have, doubled and tripled in some cases. So it's the same crew, it's the same people working together, just with better resources now.
The most important part of doing any deal is to ensure that not only is there fair value exchanged between the buyer and the seller, but more importantly, we have to treat their employees as well as they've been treated post-close.
We have a number of employees that have joined us through acquisitions, that have grown within the company, relocated to different markets, or moved jobs completely and moved from being community managers to doing training or sales or other functions within the organization. So being part of RealManage brings employees a number of different benefits.